to the GSL Code S. My name is Valdez. Joining me today is Moonblade, filling in for Tasteless and Artosis.
Replacing Valdez.
Totally replacing.
Get it right,
He'll
mate.
never be back.
We've got this show under wraps, and now it's going to be the winners match, Rain versus Sorry. I'm getting all jiggly and wiggly because these games have been explosive. They've been 5 to 10 minute games. Let's see how quick they can get.
You know, man, we've had no time to talk about anything but the games here, just because they've been so explosive. Just going back and forth with tons of action, and Sorry, especially making things very easy. Just doing a proxy Reaper build 2 times
Making
in a row.
everything easy, man. This show is going to finish at like 8 p.m. But the way this thing's going, 30 more minutes, and we're going to have our 2 winners. We keep seeing these cheesy shenanigans from both of these players.
I just want to see Sorry do the same thing here against a Protoss.
Actually,
that would just be so
proxy
funny.
Reapers this Protoss and wins somehow. I'm like, well, I guess it just
like
works.
Deadwing or something.
Like, I guess you are sorry. Or maybe you're not.
You better be sorry.
Yeah, you should be sorry to everyone out there who's trying to enjoy good games of StarCraft.
They're like coming out here, they want to learn TvZ. They're like, I wonder what strategies he's going to show us tonight. 2 proxy Reapers.
Just proxy Reaper in like these really creative positions. Like a dirty boy. Look at him. Rain probably saying like, don't you dare proxy me, you son of a gun.
He's talking about how Sorry, he's like, oh, I heard that Solar actually threw his headset after he lost to me. And GOMTV just like puts one of those, you know, straight faces with the straight lines, you know,
right.
Show that he's not pleased.
That's funny that they took it like that. Let's have a look at these maps. Overgrowth, King Se, Jong, then Merry-Go-Round is third. So you're going to save that nasty map for the last for Rain.
Yeah,
Starting
Rain.
a bit of a neutral map, I'd have to say, with Overgrowth.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, though, that Rain continues to leave that in the map pool. He just does not want to play Iron Fortress or Bonnie Research Station against any Terrans here.
I can kind of understand that as well, to be honest. Bonnie is not very pleasant for Protoss, and the other map, Fortress, no one even plays that map or even knows what its real name is. I actually forget its name already, Valdez. So it's just simply going to be removed.
One day, Moonblade, it will be. But guys, regardless, they're going into the winners match here of the Group A of the GSL Code S. Rain versus Sorry. Down here in the bottom left, in the red, our Protoss player, he is
My Insanity Rain.
A few fans in the audience. Ex-SKT1 player. And up here in the top right, he is not.
SK Telecom T1 Sorry.
Damn straight, he's a cheesy bugger is what he is.
Go with Moonblade. That was good.
Thanks.
I liked it.
Look at him. Look at that face. Remember that face. Remember those Reapers.
Yeah, he doesn't look sorry at all.
Remember when Solar slammed that headset down.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be happy with that one, actually. If you were on the ladder and you could actually see your opponent's face when you kill them with a proxy Reaper twice, and they just get really angry in their house, that would be a godsend.
Imagine if that was the thing, like you had to have your webcam on when you played. So like you win a game and they start talking trash and you see this really angry nerd on the other side, like, all redheaded, and
he's like furiously typing into his keyboard like, oh, this guy.
Saying all those obscenities, calling him bar. And look at that. Look at those sexy SBENU shoes. I want to get some, actually. I found the shop today.
Yeah.
I might buy a pair just to support my...
You should, man.
Support the sponsor that supports StarCraft here in Korea.
I'm going to do so as well. I know a lot of my friends actually did so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you just saying that?
No, I'm serious, yeah.
Oh. Wow.
It's a pretty popular brand out here. They have, you know, a bunch of pretty popular sponsors in terms of who they got advertising their stuff, such as IU. You guys can see that in the break.
Yeah, you guys love that Candy song. Do they get? I wonder if they get it on the the global stream. I think
hope they do.
They should do, actually.
If you guys don't, definitely
Google it, actually. I Googled it today, but
ahead.
I wanted to perv on IU some more. So Google Candy SBENU, and you'll see IU saying Candy 100 times.
Yeah.
Welcome
to the studio,
guys are gonna
guys.
go home and do it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Welcome to the studio.
There's also a really good one with AOA, another girl group out here in Korea.
Damn. I remember that one.
Very sexy.
Things they don't wear in summer here.
Yeah. I would definitely recommend if you guys are male, come out to Korea during the summer. They got some good fashion out here.
Well, the game's still got some time to go before we really figure out what's going on, but at least it's not going to be, you know, proxy cheese. Could still possibly see some Blink Stalker action from Rain.
Yeah, he's even got that one pylon up there in the top of his base where he's been putting that Twilight Council.
Yeah, that's
just,
right.
you know, a little bit out of the range of the Reaper if it wants to go in. He has to go all the way to the edge of the base. Also, it's good if the Terran wants to go for a scan. It's going to be hard to catch that, actually, if they scan the main base.
That is very true. He's going to make sure he doesn't let this Reaper get in as well. Look at it, kind of snuck down the back. We'll get a shot of that in just a second, but it's looking for an opportunity to jump to the main and check out the tech when he's not paying attention to it. And he will actually do that. Look at that. What timing is that?
What is that?
We already see that Robo just go down. Reaper sees everything. He's going to try to get out alive. I think he will as well.
Yeah, he will.
Wow.
One Stalker, not enough.
Great start for Sorry.
Yeah, and Sorry should know with the timing on that. It's going to be straight up safe robotics play from Rain.
Seeing more of that Archangel Protoss, as some call him.
Some do say that.
Some do say that.
Going with another gateway for Rain. See how many he does put down. It looks like just one for now.
No cheese is the one thing, at least, Valdez. We are actually going to see a pretty healthy macro game from this, which I'm kind of excited for.
Good.
After these two disappointing best of threes already, they meet each other in this winner's final, and they're going to play it out.
It's almost like these two, yeah, exactly. They respect each other a little bit more, and they're going to slow it down here a bit. Just play that safe style, that macro style. And I love it, especially for Rain. Just because he's been known to do this kind of very defensive robotics play, get like 4 or 5 observers even out on the map to see absolutely everything.
Oh yeah, that's kind of like a what's that Protoss's name? Pig Baby. Pig Baby kind of made that style popular in WCSNA like a year or two ago now. Throwing out like 3 or 4 observers, seeing every direction where these medivacs could come from. Just go into a very safe mid game. Getting that easy third base, and obviously the Colossus count up. And we are already seeing the Robo Bay on the way, so he is going to go into that sort of tech and 1 forward. So, you know, Colossus with +1 armor, the standard.
And that was some pretty spectacular, I don't know, eyesight out of Sorry. He was really looking for that first observer. And the second one is forced to go around the watchtower. And now he's not going to see this attack coming out right away. This third observer, though, will see it.
Well, this is actually a pretty dangerous timing. Stim timing we are seeing from Sorry. He did get those 3 racks pretty damn early. Stim is finished now. And look at how much bio he has. He's got 4 Marauders with this.
He's going to pull the Stalkers out of position. Now the Stalkers are forced back here to the front. They have to defend this. Sting coming down. He's trying to focus down that Mothership Core. He's going to get it immediately. One Stalker going to go down for free. And look at this. That Stalker back there is not defending. And all of this Stim bio is going straight for the pros.
Rain was not suspecting this. Forces out. You know, a couple of force fields. He could actually probably focus down that Nexus.
Yeah, I think he could actually just click on the Nexus. But he's just going for these probes. They're all out of position. And I mean, he's just getting way too much damage done here.
Oh, 23 probes already. He's just simply right-clicking them down at this point. And we're going to see every single probe, just about except for one, go down in that natural 28.
That one lucky guy.
That one lucky guy. Well, I'm pretty sure he's still in for a world of hurt because I don't know if Rain could actually come back from this.
Look at that. He's even going to get another observer. The thing about Rain's build is, like, he lost a couple Stalkers in that as well. So it's not even like he can go for a big counterattack. He just doesn't have enough gateways to straight up go and try to make a lot of units and go try to kill Sorry.
Well, he's going to move out, but I don't think he's really actually going to commit to this. He's simply going to take the tower, maybe turn around from here.
Yeah, I don't think that can actually work. Sorry can just, like, put down a couple bunkers if he needs to. He's already making 2 starports.
Yeah, 2 starports. Going to definitely go into a sort of a hard counter against this. And Rain is essentially just playing catch-up from here, and he's throwing down a Dark Shrine, you know, trying to mix things up, trying to find a way ahead.
That's actually what you have to do. When behind Dark Shrine, it's like, you just need to do that.
Yeah, but we'll see if there's any targets going to come down for Sorry. This is probably the one fear he has left at this point. Everything else he's kind of ready for.
Yeah.
Maybe DTs could find a way in.
He knows he's done an obscene amount of damage, so he's putting down 3 bunkers total, I think. And that's going to make him safe, of course, to a straight-on attack, but not with those cloaked DTs. So we're going to have to see exactly how much energy he actually has. He actually scans here. He is going to see the Dark Shrine, and that's going to allow him to put down a missile turret. Right on time, actually.
Yeah. Oh, and he cancels it as well.
Yeah. He knows it's not going to do anything at that point. Rain at this point, he pretty much just has to play catch-up and just try to survive. It's a terrible position for him. He took 28 probes and damage.
It's kind of a, yeah, that is just unimaginable damage, you know, in this kind of game. You are guaranteed to be so far behind for the rest of the game. You really need some sort of magical movement to come back from that.
Yeah, for Rain, what he's going to do is just try to go into a bunch of Immortals, get charge, and a bunch of Gateways as well.
If he can maybe wipe out this drop, he might kind of reset it. You know, he might find his way back in. It's definitely the start for it. You know, shut down these 2 medivacs, maybe take minimal, maybe no damage at all. And sure, essentially they're going to be an even supply. Here we go. It's going to, you know, poke its way in, but it's only from one direction. You know, this is not like a split push. It's not going to be any sort of requirement of multitasking. He just has to move all his units to the main base. So it's not going to be too much.
Bunch more probes going down. Actually, 8 of them here, and he's going to lift off. Boost out, but where's that mothership core? Is there any photon overcharges that can come down?
I'm not even sure.
I don't see it, but he doesn't have the boost now, and one of them will go down. Looks like the other one will get away, though.
He actually doesn't even have a mothership core at this point. That's actually one thing to note.
Wow.
Yeah, he forgot to remake that.
He could have forgot, but he also could just be saying to himself, like, I can't actually afford that right now. I need all my gas for actually just going straight into Storm and Charge, like, straight up here.
Yeah.
This is almost like a gimmicky kind of, you know, this is my one chance to win the game. I know I'm incredibly far behind, but if I land, like, 4 perfect Storms, maybe I could come back here.
Yeah. There's no Ghosts currently. This is definitely the composition advantage that he needs. But still, he is down a base at this point. And his army is just so small.
That's the scary thing. He actually needs to kill Sorry with 1 blow because he has nothing to back it up.
You know, he could be actually be going, he could be trying for a 3rd base at this point, but I guess he's just really on the defensive. He is going to be fighting you know, with that advantage. He's going to have that Storm, but he is down 50 supply currently. So it is going to be a hard fight no matter what, even with Storm.
Here we go. Already one Colossus getting extremely low. Goes down without even firing 1 shot. Second one will go down, and now the Vikings could land if they want to. But I think he'll just be pretty patient with this one. As he knows Storm is kind of scary.
It is scary. He definitely has the army to deal with this as well, but yeah, maybe he just doesn't want to deal with the Storm just now. He knows he's up a base completely. He's going for Ghost Academy now, so he wants those Ghosts out to help counter what's on the ground. These Templar. There's about 6 of them at the moment. Sorry, 7. It's a lot of Storms.
There's a nice little drop, or not a drop, just a Zealot run by towards that 3rd base. Delayed a lot of mining there, forcing some of the reinforcements of Sorry to go directly there. And Sorry still hasn't scouted that 1 pylon over the left side.
Yeah.
Nice little Storm going down the middle of the map. A lot of those Marines actually getting pretty low.
This might be the opportunity that Rain has, you know, with this amount of Storms, not many Medivacs, and you know, pretty damaged bio army currently. Rain is simply going to go for this big all-in attack and hope that he can do the damage he needs to do with these Storms and Immortals to really close it out, but that's still such a deficit in army supply. I'm not even sure if it's enough.
Yeah, and now Sorry does have the answer. He's got those Ghosts out. Looks like about 2 of them so far, 2 more on the way. Here we go, Rain pushing in at that 3rd base. A ton of energy on all of those High Templar. He has to be so careful with how he engages this.
Yeah, he needs these Ghosts to come forward to start EMPing. And he gets a decent one. But has to lift the 3rd base. And the army supplies are not too different at this point. Sorry, with a bit of a bang, not really spending much. Still so many Storms remain. I think there's about 4 or 5 Storms.
Storm going down. That was a pretty good one on the back of that army. And a ton of Zealots in the front to tank. This is actually really even right now.
Yeah, it actually looks like Rain might clean this up. Sorry, gonna have to pull back. He's gonna have to let that third go. Start reinforcing the natural. But this might be his way in. Look at the supply difference now. 30 supply up for Rain. He found that composition that really gave him the advantage in these fights.
Yeah, and he's even got that War Prism right there for immediate reinforcements. And this is just too much Protoss. He's pushing through. He's killed way too much of the Terran. The SCVs are pulled. But that's going to do it. Rain is going to take game number 1, even after taking a huge deficit very early on.
After losing 28 probes to a bio timing, he manages to turn it around simply by going into hard storm. Really amazing.
What a badass man. Rain somehow able to do it. I think part of that is that Sorry maybe playing just a little bit too passive. That's a very hard transition to make. It takes a long time to get that many High Templar with that much energy with Storm. And Sorry was just like, oh, I'm so far ahead. I could just take a third base. I'm all good. And also, I feel like you were saying, his backer kind of slipping. He's getting a little bit nervous possibly at the same time. So
yeah, definitely. He's so close. Maybe if you just try to identify the army he was fighting against, maybe not make that many Vikings, go for Ghosts a little bit earlier, it would have been a pretty easy fight. Or at least a much more even sort of fight. Well, pretty interesting game to start things off in this winter final.
Yeah, I can't believe Rain actually pulled that off. That's like, I'm sure we got a line of chat, like a whole wave of it in the chat right now, just some people saying he got Protoss, but I feel like there were a lot of mistakes that Sorry actually did make in that game. And, you know, at the same time, even though he did kill a lot of those probes and he pretty much crippled the economy of the Protoss, he did lose his entire current army at that, you know? It was a ton of bio that went into that, so he did damage and he definitely was ahead, but he just wasn't able to build off of that.
Yeah, absolutely. But it didn't look like the kind of army that was made to kill, I feel. Like because he was already focusing on all those probes. So it looked like it was designed to damage the economy. He just didn't make the most of it after he did it. You know, he got rid of 28 probes, didn't find the follow-up.
Exactly. Now we're going to jump into game number 2 here, guys. It's going to be on King's Haven Station. Let's see if Sorry mixes it up. Maybe try to possibly add in some Widowmine play. You know, a very good map for Widowmines here. We've seen it pretty often in this TvP matchup.
Be a pretty good map for Rain. Definitely one of his more favorable maps. He can play that defensive style a lot easier. Though we did see him go for an aggressive Blink style against GuMiho.
Yeah, on this map even. Specifically, let's see if he wants to stick to that, or will he just play that defensive style once again here in game number 2, Rain versus Sorry. Down here in the bottom right, in the red, our Protoss player, he is
My Insanity Rain.
It's reigning Protoss right now.
Well said.
He could be the reigning Protoss, the #1 player in the group.
Better. That's
if
better.
He wins.
And up here in the top left,
SK Telecom T1 Sorry.
down a game. Kind of surprisingly, though, after that advantage he built for himself in the early part with that bio attack. It doesn't look like any proxies from Sorry this game either. He's going to play a simple straight-up game. Going to save all those cheesy Reapers for Zerg, it looks like.
It is GSL. Yes,
it
this is the GSL.
It is. Well said. Well spotted.
Sponsored by SBENU. SBENU keeping esports alive.
How do you pronounce it? SBENU?
SBENU? SBENU?
SBENU?
I'm not sure, actually. I think it is SBENU in Korean.
SBENU.
SBENU. I just say SBENU because I'm a dirty American man. That's what I do.
Wouldn't it be SBENU if it was American? Because it's a B? SBENU.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know where this is going.
That's so good. It's so good. Cool brand there. I like the brand. I actually like to look at those shoes.
Very
Sneakers.
stylish. Made by a pretty young guy, actually. I think the CEO was born in 1988.
Really?
Yeah, pretty successful CEO.
Yeah, damn. That is impressive. Here we go. Early SCV scout. Should be an SCV scout. Be cool if it was a proxy there. Would be suitable to Sorry's style.
I guess it could be, but
No,
the
not
amount
the
of
way
gas
it's going.
is just too
too
low. He would have had to go for that gas first if he wanted to make a Reaper too. Kind of like GuMiho did.
Yeah, kind of the similar opening to last game.
Yeah.
Still going to go for that scout. Maybe looking for eBay block, maybe not. Doesn't look like it. Simply going to throw down CC in just a moment. Oh,
Reaper comes out. This is really just Sorry being as careful as he could possibly be. Even the CC in the main. So
wow.
He sends out an SCV scout, scouts the whole base of Rain. Then he sends out his Reaper. He makes Reaper in the first place. He sends it out to the left side to check for proxies first. Go for that very popular Stargate proxy area. Yeah. Then he makes a CC in the high ground with a bunker. And at this point, I'm kind of saying this is overly safe.
Yeah, he's very fearful.
Sorry, oh my god.
Oh, wow, that Reaper should go down from this. Wow.
That's unreal.
That's really impressive. Oh, he's keeping it alive for now. If it starts healing, maybe he can take a hit. No.
Wow.
Very close. And unfortunate as well. Stalker popped out just at the wrong time.
Look at this. Mothership Core coming into the main. 2 Marines going to pop out, but they're going to have to go in the bunker. And now the Mothership Core can get to work on some SCVs over here.
I guess he's going to get a big scat of the main. And that's about it.
He's got to be careful with that. He definitely doesn't want to go for recall. He's trying to actually focus down these Marines, but really nice micro out of Sorry.
Might even have to recall at this point. Oh, he should get to the side. He should be okay. Wow. All right, we are going to see that Twilight come out again. So Rain staying the same sort of style. Let's see if he's going to be aggressive with it, though, or he's simply going to go into Blink, then maybe a Robo shortly after, and play a more defensive style that we see so often from the likes of CJ Hero.
I think he should just stay back a bit, play a defensive style, because what we're seeing out of Sorry here after the CC is just 3 racks straight up. He's going to have a ton of units. He's going to have that stim timing once again, and usually that can do a pretty great job of stopping any kind of blink pressure.
Yeah, this many racks, he should be more than fine against anything Rain could throw at him with Blink Stalkers. A lot different to what GuMiho was opening with. You're obviously going for a very fast starport and factory as well. Foregoing those early racks really leaves you vulnerable to these kind of attacks. Still though, no extra tech we are seeing from Rain.
Yeah, even going up to 450 minerals here. Maybe just being a little bit indecisive. I mean, he's had a lot of time to put down a lot of different things if he wanted to.
Yeah, he's throwing down 4 gateways, so it looks like he will go for that similar sort of style. Sorry, 5 gateways, 6 all up.
Yeah. With
this chrono boosted Blink on the way, he's trying to kill.
Yeah, that's a Blink all in. I'm just not sure if it's going to work. Like I was saying before, there's going to be a ton of units coming out of Sorry. He needs to get bunkers down, though. He needs to identify that this is what's coming here. He's making a missile turret just because he's trying to cover all of his bases, He wants to make sure, okay, I'm not going to die to DTs. I'm going to put down 1 bunker, but not 2 because I want to be just safe enough against, your general Protoss kind of all-ins here.
That's right. That's exactly right. But even then, he should have enough bio out to kind of deal with this. This is the same build we saw from last game, I believe. Ooh, very important Marine. Scouts with his pyloners, and he might actually know exactly what's going to be coming his way.
Nicely done saving that probe. Can make a even more forward pylon than the one on the right.
Going to throw down a second bunker in that natural. And that bio army is already pretty healthy. Looking at, there's already so many Marines out. That's about 15 Marines. Marauder on the way. Stim is just about to finish. So by the time this actually hits, Stim will be done.
Yeah, unless he can get up there right now and try to focus that down. There's 7 seconds. No, he's going to miss that timing, and he's going to go straight for the front. Only 4 Marines here. He's going to start focusing down those SCVs. Nice Blink micro. Pushing back those weakened Stalkers, and now he's got an opportunity to Blink in the main. There's no bunkers in the main.
There's no bunkers, but there is a Widow Mine. He's going straight up the back here. Going to Blink behind the SCV line. Oh, a lot of damage.
Yeah, already focusing down a bunch of these SCVs, but Stim has done a really nice time warp once again.
That is absolutely insane. This Stim is not going to do as much as he hoped, that's for sure. And he actually might even lose all his Marines.
Fighting underneath that time warp, there's just way too many Stalkers here. He's forced to pull the SCVs again, and another huge warping coming in here. It just doesn't look like enough production for the Terran.
Not at all. It's actually just going to be checkmate from here. There is just not enough.
just not enough. 26 probes go down. He gets onto this production, right on the barracks. That's going to be game. Rain doing it pretty quickly once again, 2-0.
These games are just flying by, and another, really impressive Blink Stalker attack. I thought maybe Sorry would have enough bio to kind of deal with this, because he did go for those quick 3 racks.
GG.
Apparently not. GG.
So Rain, the heavy favorite here, he gets to go home extremely early. 2 2-0s in a row, and he will advance to the round of 16.
Indeed, he will, Valdez. Wow. I guess 60% was only needed today.
Yeah, turns out. I mean, especially in that second game, he somehow pieces it together. I don't know. I have to say he was playing really well today. You know, even though it was pretty fast games, the way he executed the builds, his time warps were like extremely on point. It's even the little things, especially at the top level, like he put it right onto the bio every single time, and his positioning was pretty insane. His blink micro was on point, and he just dominated both Terrans very easily.
Oh, that first time warp was beautiful to see as well. You know, stimming in Marines, he slows them down. The efficiency of that stim is just completely gone, and just simply not enough marauders in that mix as well. You know, he went for pretty much pure Marine up until he realized it was going to be like a Blink Stalker all in. Sorry, not looking too happy now. He now knows what it feels like to be cheesed out.
Yeah.
And he's not a happy chappy.
Rain, first in the group. I think pretty deservedly too. I mean, out of the 4 players here, I would have predicted him to definitely get out of the group. I don't know if I would have said first, but he proved that today for himself.
Yeah, he did. I mean, there was always the potential there. I mean, who else you got? You got GuMiho, Sorry, and Solar, and he does look like the stronger player. The Rain has, had a lot of ups and downs. You know, he's not looking like he used to look, that's for sure. But still, dangerous players in this group.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be it's going to come down to Solar versus GuMiho to see who's going to play up against Sorry in that loser final. Yeah,
that's going to be the losers final. But I think before we go to a break, guys, stay tuned. We're going to go into an interview, I believe, and normally I think for Code A, at least when I was here, we didn't get those interviews on the English stream, but this time I think we're going to go ahead and get those translated for you guys, so stay with us here. We're going to jump into that right now.
깔끔한 경기력으로 가장 먼저 16강에 진출한 마이 인센티 정윤종 선수 바로 만나보겠습니다. 축하드립니다.
Let's meet the first player to advance to the round of 16. Congratulations to Rain.
테란전 굉장히 잘했는데 소감 들어볼게요.
She thinks that he overcame his slump today and that he played great matches today.
좀 테란전이
And now she's asking, how do you feel, Rain?
져가지고 좀 걱정을 많이 했어요. 대회에서 잘 안
Foreign
돼가지고.
tournaments, I lost to a lot of tournaments, so I was pretty worried coming into today's match.
그 말이 믿겨지지 않을 정도로 오늘 굉장히 깔끔한
But in the GSL, he thinks that his PvT is pretty good.
선수에게 초반에 1세트에서 탐사정을 28개나 잃고 시작을 했었잖아요. 그때부터 사실 경기가 왠지 하기 싫을 수도 있을
He lost a lot of probes in the first set to Sorry.
불리한 경기도 이겨냈어요.
Now she's asking, how are you able to overcome that deficit and win the game?
지지치고 나가고 싶지 않아요.
일단 맨 처음에 일꾼 잡혔을 때 앞마당에
When my probes got
엔터를
killed,
한번 쳤어요. 지지 치려고. 근데 지지 이렇게 누르기 전에 그냥 다시
I
끄고
pressed enter
한번
to write
해보자
down
해서
GG.
했는데
But he thought twice,
선수도 취소를 했잖아요.
and so he decided to continue
그래가지고
playing.
그냥 암기 한번 노렸는데 그것도 안 돼서
그것도 안 되고.
좀 많이 힘들었는데
He also tried to go for the Dark Shrine, but it didn't go well for him as the good scout. So it was a hard game.
가끔 이겼어요, 지성이한테.
But in the team house, when he practiced,
그래서 이기면서 그때가
on
떠올랐어요.
SKT.
지성이는
He
역시
won some
지성이구나.
matches against Sorry, even though he was in
역시
a deep
어클래스 있는
deficit.
모습을
So
보여주면서 오늘 테란들이
he
굉장히
decided
많이
to continue
힘든
doing his
시간이
best,
보냈을 것
and it worked
같은데
out for him there.
이렇게 테란전 힘들다고 하시지만 아주 깔끔한 경기였습니다. 다른 종족전은 어떤가요, 요즘?
So how do you feel about playing against Zergs and Protosses?
한것 같아요. 근데 레더에서는
Well, all the 3 races are pretty the
테란전이
same.
제일 좋고
I feel the same play against every race. In the
이번
latter,
시즌 목표 어떻게
I'm best against the Terran
설정하고
players.
계세요?
And then Zergs and then Protoss.
다들 하락세 하니까 그냥 우승 한번 해서 보여줘야 될 것 같아. 아직 살아있다는 거.
Everyone says that I'm in a slump.
아니 뭐
I'm gonna have to prove myself
말로
this season.
동기부여 되는 스타일은 아니라서 딱히
Because
그런
I want to become
그런
the
걸로
champion
동기부여 되진
to
않고
prove to the
그냥 저
fans that I'm
스스로 이제
back.
뭔가 보여줘야 될 때라고 생각해서 네 우승 꼭 하고 싶어요.
네, 꼭
I
이런
think
모습
my skills
보여주셨으면
are
좋겠네요.
pretty similar
네.
to the past.
자, 정윤주
But I
선수
have to work on my
오랜만에 이렇게
mindset
보는 팬들도
to gain
굉장히
more
기분이
confidence
좋으실 것 같은데요.
playing in future
팬들에게
matches.
한 말씀 부탁드립니다.
Any comments to your fans?
오늘은 한 55% 나온 것 같아요. 제 실력에.
60도 아니었어요?
네, 60도 아니었어요.
I think
네.
only 55% of my true
근데 한
skills
7,
came out
80%만
today.
나오면 우승할 수 있다고 생각하기 때문에 조금만 더
And if I'm
기다려줬으면 좋겠습니다.
able to
네.
show about
응원해주셔서
70 or 80%,
감사합니다.
네, 알겠습니다.
I think I'll be able to become
자,
the
다음
champion.
16강에서 더
So please
멋진
look forward to my
활약
future
기대되고요.
matches.
조주명식 때 뵙겠습니다.
네, 감사합니다.
that is some
네. 자, 이렇게
That is some
오늘
true
조
arrogance
1위로
right there about
That's a
this.
bold statement.
That
He's like
is-
slapping those guys around. He's like, "You guys are so easy for me. Actually, like I'm going to do much better in the
that
future."
is so funny. But oh well, we'll see what Rain can do in the future. You know, going into that round of 16.
Yeah. And guys, we're going to go into Solar versus GuMiho for the losers match. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after a 5-minute break.